Goodwood's very fast, minimal runoff, you hit something solid. So you'll get to the point where to go any quicker, you got to take big risks. So just kind of always bear in mind, it's not Silverstone where there's loads of runoff. You know, you don't want to be trying too hard. Some basics without teaching you to suck eggs. Whatever you're in, whatever circuit, look ahead as much as possible. Hands 1/4 to 3 as you're doing. Of course, that's going to be great for your paddle shift as well. Use the width of the track as much as possible. And here at Goodwood's, some of the braking is a longer, gentler brake to keep the car composed for the faster corners, and some of it is a shorter, firmer brake for the slower corners. So if we do a couple of steady laps to give you a chance to talk you round, and then we'll build up from there. Obviously, once we get a green light, you're good to head off. When you join the track, I would suggest keeping right anyway. Okay, you're good to go. And just double check your mirrors before you go fully over to the left. So usually we'll be fully on the left, having come out of the chicane. This is usually your braking area, one of those longer, gentler brakes. And when you turn, you can deliberately miss this board by about a car width, slightly left of centre over this crest, and then the car hooks up and comes back to this second later apex. Back out wide to the left, and you'll stay left unless anyone's overtaking. And this may well be, when you're at speed, a small short squeezer brake before a smooth turn because of the speed across the apex, and then letting the car fall away to the green exit arrow. Stay left for about 100 metres. When you see it, aim at the red arrow down the middle of the track to create a straight line for your braking stability. And you might find that brake ball is a little bit late for the speed you've got. From the middle of the road, perfect. Back to the right, short, firm brake. And again, important to be looking across the corner for your apex before you turn the car. You know where you're going before you turn the wheel. Stay right up the slope. Then that fires us back to the left. This again, a shorter, firmer brake, and patience on the power. We need to get to the apex. That's crucial to make space in this part of the corner. Otherwise, it will delay you getting on the power. There's one behind you. Normally, of course, we'd have gone out wide to the green arrow, but immediately you're coming back to the right to set yourself up for this next turn. Off the change of direction for the car, and disregard to a degree these boards. Keep left on the approach. Your braking can be a little bit after the board while you're going across this first wall, so you're trowel braking, you're carrying the brakes into that kind of shallow turn. So that's what we're going to try and work on. Of course, it's easy doing it at low speed, it's when you introduce the speed. So we'll be staying on the power along here, keeping left, and this will be that longer squeezer brake, but try and avoid coming to the middle of the road because you've got a bigger change of direction. Keep left by the edge of the track during the braking phase. Tight to this apex will buy your space on the exit. Over to the left. Then get your gear done, not in the middle of the kink essentially, so if need be, short shift. Out wide to the green one on the left. Then you're on the power, staying left, stay on the power, middle of the road aiming at the red one. Brakes, down one gear. Off the brake turn, squeeze the power. And from the middle of the road back to the right, this is a short firm brake, looking for your apex, and as you pass the apex, you normally reintroduce the power. But you need to be progressive, not too abrupt, it pushes you wide. Back to the left, and again, firm brakes, maybe down one more gear, use momentum to get to the apex board, and usually just after a car length or so, you can start reintroducing the power. You can miss this curve by about car width, and fast car, so you've got things coming at you really quickly. So that's why it's important to be planning ahead, thinking ahead. Remember here, try and discipline yourself to keep left, and that then makes it a less of a change of direction for the car. Miss this deliberately, slightly left of centre, and then back to this second later apex. Out wide to the left. You can get your little loss of speed done before we turn, and with this arrow it's about half a car length later than it should be deliberately, so we can turn a fraction before that red arrow, but no more than half a car length. Likewise with this corner only about a car length before the red arrow, turn across to the apex. So we'll work on that in the next session. You've seen that difference between those shorter, firmer brakes and the longer, gentler. Really important for you to reach that apex, because you can feel the car a little bit struggles not to run off the road as we come out of that left-hander. You can probably carry a little bit more momentum here, but at the moment it's good in that you are neatly getting to the apex, which means you can maximise you getting on the power. Do use all the width on the way out and then back over to the right. And then at the end of this straight, if you think about it, when you get on the brakes, it should be the furthest. And then as you slow down and get towards the turn point, you'll start easing off the brake pedal to carry the momentum in the corner. Here's sometimes an element of you're a little bit gentle with your initial braking, having to then brake firmer at the end, and it's then over slowing you down. So we try and flip that over, you know, do the firmest braking initially to then trail off it, ease off it as you get to the turn. And here we're kind of disregarding that old-fashioned brake in a straight line turn. We're going to carry the brakes into the chicane. But as I say, don't be tempted to be too greedy with your speed into the chicane. It's the exit, the drive out is important, because this whole straight follows it. If you could just pull over on the right somewhere, just past this black BMW, and then I'll see you again in 45 minutes time.
Brilliant.
So all the basics good. I mean, fast cars, you know, you've got a strong pace. So yeah, we just kind of refine what you've been doing, make it a bit easier for you, and consistent. So yeah, a few things to think about. Definitely. And we'll carry on working on that when we meet up again.
Well, thank you.
Same thing, next time you come in the pit lane, stop on the right where you did, and I'll look out for you there.
Awesome.
Okay.
I'll catch you in a bit.
All right, well done.
Cheers.
See you in a bit, Martin.